these 12 champions I'm showing on the screen are the 12 champions that neither team is allowed to pick. The first ban will be Ziggs. Ziggs has been the third highest prio champion so far this tournament. The Satchel Charge, a fantastic way to destroy the turrets. Since the game ends at first inhibitor, definitely when you can execute turrets, can speed up the game a lot. Second ban, Cassiopeia. We've been seeing this one pop up more and more as the tournament's gone on. Cassio, very strong lane phase, very strong dueling power. The Warwick.
Yeah, I see her have just high win rates in solo queue and mid and top, so that's not a surprise to me as well.
Yeah, Cassio really benefited from this most recent season. She got a change with her passive because she can't buy boots for the feats of strength. They made it instead so that way she gets 2 extra movement speed for every level, and it turns out that having 36 extra movement speed is just really, really strong, especially since you don't even need the feats to get it. So she's been pretty strong lately. Warwick being banned, not only is Warwick very strong right now in solo queue, but we've also been seeing Warwick have success in this tournament as a lane stomping threat. Same thing with Pantheon, has also been strong for some of those early solo kills for teams who want to accelerate the pace of the game. Tristana coming out, same idea as Ziggs. And then Yorick, as we already talked about, huge side lane split pushing threat. So let's see what these two teams want to go for their picks. First pick, Zach.
Interesting. Does that one have a high prio too, or not so much?
I believe this one has
I
been
see it's
played
lower.
maybe 1 or 2 more times.
Yeah, I think it's 1.
Couldn't tell you how it did.
Definitely
Didn't leave a lasting impression.
Yeah, interesting that they opted for blue side to pick this Zach.
And the response will be the Tahm Kench, another health sustained tank. Tahm Kench we've seen 4 or 5 times this tournament, I believe. Turns out that the auto attack 3 times into press R and spit the enemy into the turret is a pretty good combo.
Yeah, very scary to see in lane. Rumble opted into.
Very fast lock-ins. They must have talked this one out.
Interesting.
So playing Zach, Rumble, Tryndamere. This is a very aggressive team comp. 3 champions with pretty easy go buttons who just want to go forward and try to run over the enemy team. Maybe not the best type of comp to be running into a Tahm Kench, who of course can save one of his allies with the ultimate. And our last pick will be the Karma. So it looks like the Goon squad coming out saying, hey, you wanna be all engaged? Well, we're gonna be all disengaged. We're going to stop you from doing your thing. So we're gonna see which philosophy wins. Do you have any outstanding opinions on the draft?
I think this is kind of ideal for the blue side, because you have all these really strong diving related ultimates, and you're against 2 immobile mages. Now, I think the spacing is going to be really important here for Victor and Karma. If they can, like you were saying earlier, use their abilities to disengage properly, then you'll see them run trouble. But I think they might find difficulty in doing so. I think they're going to have to play really well to make sure Rumble ult does not mess them up.
And the prediction is out, so anybody with channel points can choose to bet. Blue side is Lxs Latinx, red side is the Goon squad. I personally do think that playing Zach and Tryndamere into a Tahm Kench is pretty difficult. Even though they do have 2 mobile mages, I feel like Tahm Kench can eat the Victor, and then Karma with that Mantra E, it'll be pretty tough to break through that. So
yeah, very true. I wonder though if Tryndamere is able to force them to split apart in some way, because if you leave alone Tryndamere in a side lane, you can lose a lot of towers very quickly.
this is true, although Victor and Karma have pretty solid wave clear. Of course, Victor the same type of champion as we've seen in the past. Anivia and Hui have been picked. Those 2 champions, great wave clear, great at stalling out the game. Victor, much the same, has good enough range to just kind of like extend the game out. So, with that kind of comp, maybe Lxs Latinx will be part of their 3rd 30+ minute game. I swear these are like insanely rare that this happens, but just keeps happening to this one team.
Yeah, do we know the lane matchups here, or Are they free to kind
No.
of
So the
switch
way that it
around?
works is that for the first 2 minutes of the game, you have to each team has to have one person in each lane. They're not allowed to go like in the river. They're not allowed to go in the jungle. So they have to go into a lane, which means that the only way that they can change lane matchups in the first 2 minutes is if both people want to change, like do a full reset and then run down each other's lanes. So a lot of teams have been opting to camp it out in between their tier 1 and tier 2 turrets. That way they don't reveal to the opponent what they have.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of other teams have been running it straight down their lane all the way to the enemy turret to see if they can catch a glimpse of who's there. So, but for the most part, it tends to be that neither team knows, and then when the first waves crash, they find out who they're against.
Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. I wonder. I don't play solo lanes myself, so I wonder who's gonna try to guess where they're gonna go.
Well, a lot of these teams have been pretty predictable. Like, it seems that the old League of Legends habits die hard. Most teams who pick mages send them mid. Most teams who pick tanks send them top, and then most teams who pick marksmen or supports tend to send them bot. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Kench top, Victor mid, Karma support, or Karma bot. On the other side, I guess you could go in any order since they pretty much just picked 3 top laners.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're the team with those 3 top laners, maybe you're thinking maybe they will send the Victor mid, and in which case you have to decide who your best matchup is there. I would say probably the Zac can sustain a lot of Victor's damage, and then if the Victor is immobile, gets hit with a Zac E, then maybe Zac could find lethal. Whereas I feel like champions like Rumble and Tryndamere may struggle to get within Victor's range.
Totally agree. I think if Tryndamere ends up against Victor, he's gonna get zoned off those early waves, and it's gonna be a huge problem.
So now we can take the time to take a look at these runes. We have 5 teleports, 6 flashes, and 1 ghost. So decently standard. Maybe the Tryndamere will regret not having that teleport. Well, let's take a look. We have Demolish on the Zac. No Demolish on the Rumble, opted for the Bone Plating and Unflinching. Demolish on the Tryndamere. Tahm Kench opting to go for the Shield Bash instead of the Demolish makes sense with the Tahm Kench's E. Same thing for the Victor, going for the Shield Bash and then Karma with no green runes at all. The big rune that we look for is Demolish because obviously in a format like this, that's all about who can rotate around the map and destroy the turrets the best. Demolish tends to be extremely powerful.
Yeah, I wonder if that reflects their desire to mostly clear waves until they're able to get grouped up and siege towers as 3 or 2.
And as expected, they do have the Kench top, Victor mid, Karma bot.
Yeah.
Looks like their matchups will be Tryndamere versus Kench, Rumble versus Victor, and Zac versus Karma. So once again, I think if you're the Goon squad, you're going to be pretty happy with the mid matchup that you got. In fact, I'd say you're pretty happy with all 3.
Yeah, I think this is ideal for them. I think Zac into Karma. I can talk as I do enjoy Karma myself. I think not a lot of bloodshed will happen here. You were saying earlier Zac can sustain a lot of poke and damage. I don't think Karma has enough to go lethal.
Yeah, well, if there is one thing that Karma can do equally as well as Zac, it is sustain damage. Launch a W, one of the most annoyingly sustaining abilities in the game. So I feel like unless the Zac just plays the lane completely wrong and gets poked out, most likely what's just going to happen is that the 2 of them are going to heal off of each other for eternity.
Yeah, I already noticed though, Karma has zoned Zac off of the wave. Over here at the top side, looks a little even. Tahm Kench is a little unhealthy, but I think Golden XP wise, they should be the same after this wave crash here.
Yeah, the dangerous thing about Tahm Kench is that, of course, the lower his health gets, the more his Q is going to heal him back. It's based on missing health. So you may think that you have a Tahm Kench killed, and then he lands 1 Q, and then all of a sudden he's up 100 points from where he was before.
Yep, exactly. And as you get closer to the tower, you don't want to miss that as a Tryndamere. You don't have your ult to get you out soon.
And as expected, the Rumble really struggling against this Victor. Already down farm, down health. Still has a health pot, still has the teleport, so may not be in too much trouble right away. But definitely going to be bleeding resources there.
I think ideally the Rumble wants to keep his flash up, and maybe by the time you hit level 6, you have some sort of outplay potential. But yeah, it's going to be hard until then. Zach getting really low.
You know, I do doubt that Karma can kill the Zac. You know, even if Karma lands a Mantra Q and depletes Zac's health bar, I don't think she's going to have the damage to get through his Bloblets, especially not under towers. Of course, if you're Zac, you would rather not get your passive popped. As I say that, gets the passive pop. But yeah, I highly doubt Karma's going to be able to get the kill here.
Especially with the minions blocking that second Mantra Q.
And Karma actually taking a turret shot. May need to be careful here, but no, Zac just going to reset, not going to go for any fancy plays.
Yeah, they're both top laners. Extremely healthy right now.
Now, Tryndamere is playing very aggressive right now, but he's going to have to be careful not to do this in the coming minutes. Once Tahm Kench has that level 6, if he does that again, he's getting spat right into the turret.
I wonder, do you think any team here is going to opt for a Grievous Wounds purchase at all?
No, probably not, because you know, I think if you're Victor, spending 800 gold to invest into an Oblivion Orb early is a pretty tough purchase, especially when you want to be rushing your mythic item. And I mean, like, on Tahm Kench, the best you could do is buy a Bramble Vest, but of course the enemy team could just choose to not auto-attack the Tahm Kench.
Yeah. Very true, very true.
Snow's got to be careful here. He's out of mana, and the Rumble does have Flash. I could see a world where the Rumble decides to trade Flashes with the Flame Spitter and the Harpoons. Nice little knockup for the Kench.
And Kench is level up here. There's no ult on Tryndamere right now.
Does have the ultimate. Very little mana on the Kench. Does he have the damage to do this?
Flash comes out. It looks like Tryndamere did cancel his own dash by flashing a little early there. So first blood coming out.
Yeah, really nice first blood. Of course, with the feats of strength now in the game. All you need is first blood and first turret. Unfortunately, because the format is how it is, getting to 3 objectives is pretty tough. There's really only one way to do it, and that is getting both sets of grubs and a dragon. Any other method is just a bit too slow. Speaking of grubs, seems like neither team really making a move for them right now. Last game we saw Lxs Latinx aggressively look for 6 grubs. So far this time, they don't seem to care as much. Although we'll see what Rumble does after he shoved this wave in. Oh, we'll just go for the reset.
It looks like too. Goon squad is actually, what is it? Almost 1,000 gold up, only at 7 minutes in. I wonder if this, if they can keep that up, it's gonna be really impossible for Lxs Latinx to keep in the game. Only with Rumble for wave clear. It's gonna be really tough.
Yeah, the scaling really not there for Lxs Latinx, so if they fall behind, they're gonna struggle to keep up. Looks like they are going to go for a bit of a lane swap. They're sending Rumble top and the Tryndamere mid.
I guess they think that Tryndamere with the dash can stick to Victor a little better. Yeah, especially with that W down, the gravitational field, I think Victor has some trouble to deal with.
Looks like Victor and Kensha are moving together, maybe looking for a little bit of a reverse swap. Yeah, Victor gonna go back into the Rumble. Although, maybe too aggressive here. Rumble has the equalizer. Is he gonna go for it? Drops the equalizer. Victor flashes. Rumble flash follows. And will get the solo kill. So, well played from the Rumble. Definitely much needed.
Yeah, Rumble catching Victor on the swap. That was... I think the Victor was looking to get away from Tryndamere, but caught right in the river. Not able to make it to the safety of his tower. I think the scary part here is not only did Victor die, missing out on that top wave and giving gold away to, you know, this team that doesn't scale as well, but going flash for flash against that team is also very scary. You know, Victor wants that flash to stay alive.
Really nice trades coming out from the Tahm Kench. Tryndamere is definitely struggling.
Yeah, I mean, Tahm Kench is getting so much value out of the that Grasp rune in these trades.
And it looks like
another
again,
swap coming out.
Yeah, most of the team just do not want these lane matchups. Sending the Rumble into the Kench again, putting the Tryndamere back into the Victor. Playing a little bit of lane hot potato.
And you know, as we both predicted earlier, not many kill threats happening in the bot lane, but I do notice a 50 CS lead on Karma.
Yeah, Garfield,
I wonder
fan,
if that's
of course,
going to be felt.
Being the unranked player on the team, definitely been struggling in these matches. And again, the Tahm Kench and the Victor going to swap.
I'm gonna keep this up, but the W misses. Almost tanking that ult. Again, no flashes on either one. But no Victor ult, and equalizer is still up. So I wonder when this wave comes in, maybe Victor has to watch out still. Although yeah, with that Q, the kiting potential is there. Oh, Tahm Kench going in.
Yeah, of course, Tahm Kench with the ultimate can look for an extended trade whenever. Something to keep in mind, if the Tahm Kench starts to DPS the Tryndamere and the Tryndamere presses R, Tahm Kench can just eat him and then wait out the entire ultimate and spit him out for the kill. Not the easiest matchup for Tryndamere.
I think Victor might be able to hit. Yeah. Lasers in range.
Yeah, disrespectful location to back.
Yeah. A second kill over for the Goon squad. And what is that like? I think the gold gap is widening slowly. They're almost at 2,000.
And once again, we're looking at another slow burn game. A total of 4 plates taken in 12 minutes.
Another big thing to look at here. I misspoke there. Looks like completed items already on Karma and Victor. Ooh, minions block the mantra. Or not the mantra Q, just regular Q.
Yeah, Garfield fans gotta be happy about that one. There's a chance that Q might have popped his passive.
Yeah. Yeah, Snow seems to be doing fine against Rumble. Oh my god, Rumble has to run. Can't really turn around here. Chased into the jungle, chased out of lane. Oh, in the bot side, didn't even notice. Passive's procced. Doesn't look like things are going well.
Rumble's got to be really careful. This Victor in about 30 seconds is going to have to flash. If the Rumble doesn't reset, Victor could find the flash Q. So Rumble will back all the way off, giving Victor some alone time on the turret.
Definitely a better back spot this time. But yeah, they chip away at the towers, and this can get scary. Plates are out in less than a minute.
Once again, they're trying to go for the swap. They're sending Rumble top. Let's see if Victor can predict this. We'll see where he runs to. Does look like he's going to run mid. So, Lxs Latinx going to get the swaps they want, at least momentarily. But as I say that, the instant Rumble reveals on the map, Victor is going to just run top again.
And that's smart. I think they both realize that win condition for Tryndamere and his ability to stick onto Victor, dash through the W. Rumble trying his best. Victor holds on to Flash. I think Snow is playing this really well.
Tryndamere did pop the ghost, gonna go for the dive. Has the ultimate, but sees the gravity field and decides to back off. Gonna be content just with Victor's flash. But let's see what's happening to this mid turret right now. Tahm Kench maybe gonna be able to take the entire thing.
It's falling fast. Wave's gonna die soon, and TP comes out, saving the tower for now.
And of course, the bot lane tower also hurting. Zach doing his best, but if he dies to Karma one more time, that's going to be that bot turret going down.
Oh, Victor's caught. No gravity field. Alt's procced. I think, yep. Victor goes down. That's the power of Tryndamere against an immobile mage. Able to catch them out. Wait, look at the top tower. It looks like they're on a race for that first tower. I think they're going to get it. Oh no, no wave. If Garfield fan is able to hold off Karma another wave, I think this is honestly ideal.
Yeah, it looks like
comes out,
will TP top.
I don't think you can't, you know, without Tryndamere ult, you can't get onto that tower. It's too dangerous. I wonder if Karma is able to do something here. Oh yeah, I think that's first tower. TP's in a little too late.
And so with that, the Goon squad will be getting the feats. You can see those upgraded sword shoes in Victor's inventory right now.
It's getting a little scary, yeah. Upgraded boots. Feats are out.
And yeah, Karma had no boots, but instantly buying the full Swifties.
It's gonna be really hard to catch a Karma with Swifties.
And although the kill score is even, we see a 2.5k gold lead for the Goon squad.
Oh, I wonder how much the skill potential here. I think Tryndamere ult. Is it up? I don't know.
Looks like it is
not.
Oh.
And there's exactly what you were saying with the eats. But Victor also picks up a kill and a tower. It started off as a slow burn, but it looks like the Goon squad are gonna break in.
Yeah, it is still going to be slow though, because Goon squad picked up 0 Void Grubs, so no additional turret damage. And of course, no demolishes either. Tahm Kench and Victor opting for the shield bash instead.
Deciding what lane to go to. I mean, Tryndamere does find the Victor's lane again, but Victor has so much gold, so many items. I wonder if that kill potential we saw earlier with Tryndamere is vanishing. Okay, Victor switching again, staying away from the Tryndamere. I like the Goon squad's commitment to playing advantageous lanes. Oh, that's a objective bounties are out. I didn't realize.
Yeah, it just
Maybe
goes to
they
show
can,
you exactly how far behind Lxs Latinx is. And they're the ones who are down in the series, so if the game continues as is, then the Goon Squad will be moving on to the semifinals.
And let's see, Goon Squad. If they win this, up against TTV Amelia, is that? That's not the Masters team, is it?
That is the Masters team.
Oh, okay. So I'll definitely have
Trinimir
to
popping the
keep it up.
ghost here.
That eat.
There is the Trinimir ult being popped. Can he survive? Flashes out. Kench flashing after him. Has the Q.
I think he's dead.
Misses the Q. Misses the W.
Misses the knockup. Rumble in to save. Equalizer, he's burning. He's down.
Oh, but Tahm Kench so tanky that it looks like the Victor will be able to pick up the top turret, so not even that bad of a death.
Yep, all outers down.
And Victor is going to TP mid to save the mid turret as well.
Yeah, Snow is playing these lanes really well.
Karma missing a little bit of mana here. See if she'll be able to get it. Well,
Nope.
not.
Probably will get a safe base here. I don't think they're able to catch up. And they don't have... Oh, maybe if Rumble checks.
Rumble does have the flash.
Might not go for it. Q is down. They are going to be letting that wave hit that bottom outer, but I don't think they'll be able to even get halfway through there.
And even if they thought that they could, Karma could always just TP. Looks like she's going to opt to run. And in fact, she's going to TP top. Really wants to match into that Zac.
Interesting. And remember that Zac was the first pick. So I wonder if they were trying to secure something comfortable, knowing that they would match one of their players, but not too sure.
Jinmir looking to flank the Karma. We'll see. She's very, very tanky as the Rod of Ages has the Mantra W. See how long she can stall for.
There's a flash. Flash to follow. Garfield Fan catches the E. Oh, we're looking bot too. I think Victor has a kill here. Both flashes popped.
And Karma still stalling as the Tahm Kench takes down this mid turret. So yeah, big swing and miss for Lxs Latinx. Map absolutely breaking open now.
Yep, that's the first inner tower. Objective bounties coming back, actually, it looks like. But they're already hitting. That's another inner tower. Zac to catch. I wonder if they match Karma again. It looks like Karma wanted to go top, but might be moving mid or even bot as they see the Zac. Oh, maybe they look to catch Tryndamere. The ult is up. There's the root. Not sure if they'll be able to keep up here, but you know, the Karma speeds them up. Oh, root. Catch is far. Can he outplay? He keeps dashing, but there's the ult. I think he might make it out. Nope, never mind. There's the E. And they still also catch that mid wave. I think they're gonna get an objective bounty on the bot tower. But Karma's already moving. The Goon squad knows how to move around the map. They're minimizing any losses.
Let's see, Karma
Karma
going
is
to look to
hunting.
finally kill the Zac after all this time. Can she do it? And no, she can't.
Looks like no.
Interesting build coming out from the Karma. Rod of Ages' Death Cap. That's certainly one of the Karma builds I've seen.
Yeah, I was actually hoping that the Karma would commit to a bruisier build after Rod of Ages. But I guess with the gold lead, maybe they think it's enough. They all just need some health.
Yeah, I don't know. You would think if you were gonna go Death Cap, you would go Malignance as well as your rush item, but
Yeah, I agree.
what do I know? I'm not in the tournament now, am I?
Keeping the wards off the map, but I don't think the Goon squad is interested in taking any objectives here in the jungle.
Even if they wanted to take the Rift Herald, it'd be a little bit too late. The Baron's gonna spawn soon, which will despawn that Herald in about 30 seconds.
Yeah. Probably just taking the ward then, for the XP and gold you get. It's not nothing, so.
Yeah, I'll have to remember to ask in the interview why the Goon Squad is the literal most boring team in the world. Kench does have the ult here, so going to get the kill against the Rumble.
Wow.
And with double teleports
Kench
on the
is
Victor and the
scary.
Karma, will they look to end here? All three of them could siege mid lane if they chose to. Something tells me they're not going to, but
It's definitely possible. I hope they see it. If they build a slow push here, double TP would definitely end the game.
I mean, slow and steady wins the race. They're just trying to make sure they don't make any mistakes, don't give the opponents anyways back into the game.
Yeah.
At least that's what I would
That's
say
true.
if I was a loser.
Karma dodges the knockup. I feel like Garfield fan. At this point, what do? You can stay alive maybe against Karma, but
And not to get
just
too
push the
excited here,
waves.
but the one silver lining is that Guard Dreamer on that Tryndamere, Infinity Edge and Blade of the Rune King getting pretty strong. If he can also finish maybe a Last Whisper, like just that component, could be enough to start shredding through this Kench. And as is, he can probably already one-shot the Victor if he gets on top of him.
yeah. Oh, Mantra Q goes wide. Garfield fan might have something here.
Garfield fan slash not up quite yet. Karma for
gets
some
back when
reason
he's
not using the
down.
Mantra W, and will get the kill. Well, I feel like it should be impossible for Karma to die if she just only presses Mantra W, but it feels like she's going for a lot of Qs and Es.
Yeah, might have been greedy there. Maybe she thought that, there was kill potential.
You can
But
see
ends
here
up falling
Tryndamere
herself.
almost doing damage to Tahm Kench.
Yeah, I mean, let's see that Bork work here. No armor penetration.
Yeah, see the problem is that Bork only does physical damage, meaning that even though Kench has a lot of health, that Bork not gonna do much until some armor penetration is built. Of course, if Tryndamere can get the Bork plus maybe a Mortal Reminder, then we could be talking.
Yep.
But as I say that, I'm actually looking, and Tryndamere has a dagger in his inventory, which does not build into any of the armor pen items.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Is that potentially a Zeal item being built?
Maybe, if I had to guess, probably a Phantom Dancer.
Yeah. I wonder in that case, maybe it looks like they want to commit to catching out either Victor or Karma alone and hope to get away from Tahm Kench.
Yeah, and I mean, like, this
Which
is the
could
problem with playing this slow, is that, I mean, if the Tryndamere does get the 6 items, it's going to be pretty tough to deal with him. Tryndamere actually doesn't have ult here. We'll need to be careful.
Yeah. Oh, now we see Zach versus Tom Kench. Big noodle fight there.
Yeah, you
But
know,
Victor
actually,
hitting
if
that?
both sides commit to it, I would imagine that Zach actually wins that because of the nice little equalizer.
You have Snow in the 2v1.
Interesting
Gardner
direction
forced to flash away. Can
flash
Rumble
from
finish?
Tryndamere. I mean, Victor should die here for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is the problem with playing as slow as the Goon squad is playing. Is now all of a sudden, taking so long to close out means you expose yourself to numerous mistakes that you're making. We're seeing a few punishes coming out from Lxs Latinx.
Gold advantage still on the side of the Green squad, but I wonder if, yeah, with these recent mistakes that they've been making, if Lxs Latinx can catch up in time.
Ooh. Tom Kench eating the Zac as he tries to E away.
Healing
Zac
back up.
so much sustain from the blobs. In time
here.
for Tryndamere. Will the two of them try to take down the Tom Kench together? Looks like they will. Tom Kench has no ultimate. He could be shut down here.
Huge shield. Nothing to interrupt that dive. But nowhere to go, nowhere to run.
Looks like the Tom Kench will die here, and as long as the Rumble can hold on to the Karma, that's a nice advantage. More advantages accruing for Lxs Latinx. All of a sudden, I feel like this is anyone's game. Although Lxs Latinx need to be careful. Victor is pushing in the mid lane. They need somebody to respond to this now. Looks like Rumble is going to run over, and Victor will choose to reset to stop the Tryndamere and the Zac from pushing. But let's see, he canceled the base. Wait, he's just going for a base race, dropping the R onto the Rumble. Couldn't get the kill. Maybe an ill-advised decision. Might have to TP at this point. This is getting scary. Yeah, going to TP onto the top tier 3.
I think Snow doubted. You know, Rumble getting the kill on Karma earlier allows him to catch that wave. Looks like they're just diving Snow. Zanya comes out. A third player here. The TP Rumble's low though. But looks like the Goon squad, despite the advantages, winning all 3 lanes, are not able to close out in time. And Lxs Latinx,
yeah, maybe they should have fully committed mid on that one window that they had.
yeah.
Playing too slow, leading to a massive detriment as they lose game 2, and I am stuck here for another hour.